switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money, money, money. That's all he talks
There's
about.
nothing wrong with being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, but not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth.
Money is the root to all.
No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil.
All like money. Oh, kid.
Yes, I do think about other things than money. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for my family. Money's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H Cortez. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Serum, the Superior Quality Enterprises Studios here in St. Louis, Missouri, where I have a very special guest to bring to you to talk to you about some amazing things that's going on in his life. But do me a huge favor, if you're checking this out on Periscope, go ahead and swipe left, swipe right, swipe down, whatever you have to do to invite your followers. Tap the screen and give us hearts to let us know that you're here. We actually interact live with you on Periscope, so let us know if you have any questions. Same thing with you guys who are checking this out on Facebook. Go ahead and share the stream. This brother is going to bring you some very insightful information as it relates to elevating your game from an entrepreneurial standpoint. This brother's got his hands in some of everything, so I'm proud to be able to bring him out to you guys. But let me let you know, for those of you who are new to the show and maybe you've never seen us live before, I want to let you know exactly who the show is for. The show is for risers and grinders only, man. If you're ready to get up, get out, and get something this morning, then this is your show. This show is for legacy builders. This show is for people who have looked at their history and said, you know what? The cycle of poverty ends with me. The cycle of lack and doubt ends with me. The cycle of just barely getting by ends with me. I'm going to build a legacy for my family. If that's you, this is your show. On the other hand, who is the show not for? The show is not for the bump on the log, woe is me, see the negative in everything type person. This show is not for those people who got a problem with money, got a problem with wealthy people, think capitalism is bad, think money is a dirty word. If that's you, this is not your show. You can exit stage left, and we won't miss you. And like I tell you each and every morning, man, I don't have a problem with you not wanting to be wealthy. If you reach the pinnacle of your success and you're cool where you are, good for you. I only have a problem with you when you have a problem with me not wanting to be wealthy, right? That's when I have a problem. Why does my aspirations to be a billionaire rub you the wrong way? And that's right, I said it, and I'm not afraid to declare it. If you've never seen a future billionaire before, I want you to take a screenshot. Jeez. And watch me work, because it's going down, man. 2027, your man is there. I'm not afraid to declare and speak life over myself. So if you got a problem with that, then you can exit stage left. But what I would advise you to do is get in the game with us, right? Because there's not a single billionaire on this planet that has ever gotten to that level without helping others become mega millionaires, millionaires, decamillionaires, strong six-figure households, and wealthy people in general. So that's what I aim to do, help as many people as I can. So today's show is brought to you by Sam's All Natural Hair Care Products, man. You are going to be amazed at what we present to you this morning, and we're not going to delay any further. You guys know I normally do announcements and that sort of thing. We can catch up on announcements later. I will say this. If you have not already signed up for the video marketing class for $25, that deal is coming off the table when I finish this show. I'm going into PayPal and change the price to $47. So if you haven't done that and you haven't inboxed me saying, hey, hold up, don't change the price yet, let me go in there and get registered for that, then I'm going to go ahead and change that price. You know, I said it was going to change at midnight, but I ain't up at midnight, y'all. So I will change it today if you have not already registered. And then going forward, it'll be $47 for the next couple of days, and then it will go up from there. So without further ado, man, I watched this brother, and I saw him. Okay, Lawrence said, hold up. All right, Lawrence, man, let me know, brother, so I can get you in there before I change the price. I saw this brother's promoting some of his brands and some of his stuff, and I said, man, this is very unique in the sense that a lot of brothers in his position aren't aspiring to take it to the next level, and he is, and everything looks so wonderful. I don't have any hair, but maybe I can get some of the scalp treatment and take a look at. Troy says, hold up. Okay, Troy, just send me an inbox, man, if you want that, man. I'll try to, work with you guys on that, the video marketing class. But I saw what he was doing, and I said, man, I got to get this brother on the show. And my brother's Keeper Speaker Series is the perfect place for him, because he's not trying to withhold any of the knowledge of how he's been able to attain his success. He's trying to help other brothers. He wants to pay it forward and help other young men understand that, man, you can start in one place and take it to a whole nother place. So without further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others out of sunny California. Let me bring out my man, Mr. Matthew Sam. How you doing, my brother?
Good morning. How you doing?
I think your camera flipped sideways on us again.
Did it flip on us?
It flipped on us. Let's see if we can get it right. There we go. There we go.
All right.
Good deal.
Good morning.
So, I purposely not mention that you are a barber or a master barber, right? Because you're so much more than that. But I believe that's where it started for you. So
yes.
Take a minute, tell everybody who you are and a little bit about what it is that you do. And we'll get to the product side a little bit later. But give us a good intro in your background. I got a barber who's literally been cutting my hair since we were like in the 6th grade or something. I don't know if you go back that far. But tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, my name is Matthew Sam, and I like to call myself a master barber. A lot of people ask, what's the definition of a master barber? And basically, over my 24 years of cutting hair, 17 years of holding a barber's license, I've pretty much touched every single type of head, touched every situation that you could possibly go through in the barber industry. And let me get this camera together. All right. Can you check? Can you see me?
Yeah.
All
right.
Better.
Good.
And so basically, I love my craft. I'm a people person. I love people. I'm a people watcher. I love to uplift my clients. And I've kind of saw what they've craved for over the years. So, I cut hair. I've got into hieroglyphics, I like to call it. Kind of like hieroglyphics in your hair. So within the hieroglyphics, it's kind of a freestyle design that you can do. Within the freestyle design, it kind of comes off of the head. It's not based off of anything. And when you're done, it's a whole mural of work, and it looks good. Everybody calls it hair art now. Right. My hair art started to get noticed. I networked and worked with different people. I love to network. I throw shows and do stuff for the community. And I like to go to my churches and give free haircuts, and just got known with people, got to know people, met people at gas stations, let them know who I was, let them know my passion. And it just turned into a little bit more. Then it turned to, basically the situation in barbering is every day you meet somebody new, you learn something new. Mm-hmm. And so I'm intrigued with just the people I meet every day.
Wow.
And in this journey, they've inspired me to do more. And so I've been cutting every day, cutting every year, and I'm just like, you know what, I love what I do, but I know it's something else out there. Mm-hmm. And they had I'm having problems with my camera right now, trying to stay up. Let me take care of that. All right.
So 24 years in the game, man. Just
4 years in the game.
You know, where did that begin for you? Was that something that you just kind of started to say, hey, man, I'm gonna start fooling around, cutting my own hair, cut a couple buddies' hair, or is it something that you just said, hey, I just need to start making some money, so let me find out something that I can do? Was it that much thought into it, or was it something that you just kind of started doing and then kind of fell in love with?
You know, I was kind of born into it, brother. My mother is a stylist and barber of I'd say about 38 years now.
Oh wow, okay.
And so as a child, I ran around her beauty college, checking things out, and later on years, my dad's brother, Ron the barber, we all share the same last name. We're the Sam family. So my mother, Donna Sam, she went to school. I kind of watched her over the years. I liked what she did. You know, I grew up a football player. You know, I never really thought of taking that to another level, but I saw it was always a respected field. So within that, I watched her and my uncle. And one day they gave me a pair of clippers. I was about 15 years old, and I just started messing people up. You know, I started messing people up, and I had a couple good friends and stuff that would let me practice on them and stuff. And I don't know. Lo and behold, I started getting good. I started having my clients, and then as I got a little older, I decided, you know, I want to go to school and do something with this, man. I see what they're doing, and it became a family thing now. So. I'm actually the third in the Sam family to own a business and try to take things to another level. Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys are picking up on the clues, right? I'm a firm believer that success leaves clues, right?
Yeah.
Second generation, right? Mom is doing her thing. He's running around, and I keep telling y'all, man, children pick up more than they're actually taught. Just being in the environment, that got infused into his DNA. They pick up more than they're taught. Second generation. And then he said, he put a pair of clippers in his hand and he started jacking folks up. Anything worth getting good at is worth being bad at it first. I want y'all to write that down. Anything worth being good at is worth being bad at it first. And thank God for loyal friends, right? Because they let you jack them up, man, and they knew that it was going to get better. Man, this lining is just all the way up, man, brother. And it's going to be a little less off next week. And you just kept doing that thing. So talk a little bit about the influence of your family. You talked a little bit about it, but not just in the industry, and you guys kind of got together and you're in the same industry, but talk about that entrepreneurship influence, right? What was that like to see your mom in her own business, or your uncle in his own business, and you eventually knowing that this is not a job, this is a profession, this is a business, right? When did that like click for you, or did you realize that all along watching your mom and your uncle?
You know, I originally come from a small town. The town that I'm from, it doesn't have any more than about 15,000 people. You know, for a lot of people that knows, it sits right on the border of Arizona. It's Southern California. It's called Blythe. And in that town, if you own a business, everybody knows who you are.
Right. Okay.
And so growing up, my mother did if it was prom time, my mother did everyone. It was, you know, sorry to say, but funerals, you know, but she basically took care of everyone, and I watched that as a child. And basically I seen oh wow. Can you see me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm having difficulties over here.
You can hold it if you want, if you think that'll be
better. I think I might have to hold it. My little stand is acting funny, so
all right.
I have no problem with it. So
all right, cool.
Basically, I'm watching my mom do what she does, and I'm seeing the different people that she's dealing with, and she's helping with the community, and the people are looking up to her. She's giving back. You know, she's making people happy, and I'm just like, man, you know, that's a nice thing. Then I started seeing her doing small celebrities, business owners, of people that were giving her different pieces of information and insight on business. And so they started to mingle and talk about certain things. And I noticed, you know what, she's not just doing hair. She's talking real business with these people. They're asking her about things that she can give information to as well. So they started sharing, and that really intrigued me as well. Just the different information that you can get from your clients. It's a world of things that's out there, and that's kind of what got me started with my products. It's funny. One day I was doing hair, and I had a client look up at me, and he said, "Matthew," and he was like, "If I was investing you in something big that you could take to another level, what would it be?" And oh my gosh, lights turned on. I mean, it was like they say in the cartoons. I had a big light bulb upside my head, and it brightened. And I was like, you know what? Good question. And so people would pick her brain like that all the time and push her to be an entrepreneur. And now I watch her, what she does and what my sister does in the makeup field. My sister works out of Hollywood, which is my manufacturer.
Wow.
And so the Sam family runs deep. And it's just a lot that I've learned from watching in the hair business, her, my uncle, certain people, and the people they dealt with, and the platforms that the different people were on. And it's very intriguing.
Good. Let me interrupt you right there for a second, because here's what I want people to see, especially our people. We so get caught up in what other people think that we miss our passion, we miss our purpose, we miss our assignment, because somebody in your position could have got caught up in somebody saying, "Man, you want to be a barber? That's foolishness."
I've got that a lot.
Man, are you serious? You still cutting hair, bro?
Yeah.
And I talk about this with my children who when they start getting their first jobs in fast food and things of that nature, I'm like, what you don't realize is from the age 15 to 25, you can learn enough about the restaurant business to where you can be an owner and operator by the time you're 25. But you'll let somebody tell you that working at McDonald's is shameful.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want to do that. And I'm like, the turnover is so fast at fast food that you can literally be a district manager in 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you know it, you can own you a few of them joints. But you said you looked at your parents and your uncles and those in your life. You said, you know what? 2 things that you stood out when you were talking about your mom. You talked about impact and you talked about connections. You talked about the impact that she had on the community. And then you had talked about the connections that she was able to make as all the traffic flowed through her shop and how she was able to take advantage of it. So what was your ultimate answer to that brother who said, if I invest in you in something big, what would it be? What was your ultimate answer?
You know what? I didn't even have an answer for him that day. I had to go home and I had to think, and I couldn't sleep that night.
Good.
And the guy, he's a good friend of mine. He doesn't even stay in the city that I'm at. He stops through every month and a half. And it took about a month and a half for me to think of the right thing.
Right.
But when he came back, I had to answer for him. And I told him, hair products.
Gotcha.
I said, why hair products, man? I said, you know what, man? Every single day I come to work, I do what I do. I do what I love. I take care of my people. We talk. We have fun. I go home. I do it again. I pay my bills. I live my life. And I told him, you know what? I'm tired of doing what I do. And then I turn around in this back bar and I grab a product with another man's name on it. And I put it on your hair. You tell me how much you like it. And then you buy it from me. And I'm like, man, I'm putting all this money in all these other people's name. I don't know who they are exactly, where they're from, what the background. I want that. I want that.
Right. And see, and that's next level thinking. Again, it goes back to the child who doesn't have proper perspective and they start out in the restaurant industry with their first little job. Not everybody's going to grow to own a McDonald's, but that seed in their head and you thinking that, hey, wait a minute, there's more to just the clipper side. Yes, I'm making an impact. Yes, I'm paying it forward with events that I do with free haircuts at churches and things of that nature. But there's something that I could build that will last forever when my hands aren't strong enough to hold a pair of clippers, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you went into the product side. So let me show this image real quick, because we're going to talk about the product side. We're going to talk a little bit about vision and about next level. And so, guys, this is Sam's superior quality right here, right? These are the product line. So now when he's doing his thing and he shapes up that brother's beard, because all the brothers are wearing beards now, and he douses it up with his special serum, and they say, man, that smells good. Man, that makes my beard nice. Where can I buy some of that? He turns around to his own a show cabinet and say, bam, here you go, my brother, $15.95 or whatever the cost is. Now you have your own product line. So talk about first how it feels to be able to now hand somebody a product with your family's namesake on it.
Wow. It feels great. It's, you know, sometimes I think about it and it makes me want to cry, because this is the type of stuff that dreams really are made of, man. You know, everybody gets up and they have a goal and a dream. And, you know, I thought of something that I feel is so great. When me and my sister came and put this together, I'm like, let me put my last name on this.
Yeah.
And it made me think about all the great people that we've thought of before, the Dudleys, the Murrays, the Lusters. You think about different products. We have new people like Pacino's, and, you know, not to get too far into other people's names, but I'm seeing what's going on. And it's just it's a humbling thing, because when I turn around and I'm able to give them something that was a idea, a creation of me and my families. That's a great feeling. And these people are coming back smiling. I had a 400-pound man embrace me with both arms a couple months ago, hug me and tell me how great he felt, and to look at his head. And he thanked me. And the man was so sincere. It was a nice feeling, man, to just have somebody come to me and say, you know what? This Sam's product is the best thing I've used ever. And there's nothing that I've used before that was able to help me. And now it can. And I'm like, you're welcome, brother.
Yeah. And that's gotta feel good, man. I will tell you, I almost cried when I saw your brand for the first time.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute. This brother don't own this brand, does it? This is just something he sells out of his shop. And then I started getting into your story a little bit. I'm like, no, this is this brother's stuff, man. That is powerful. Because we missed the mark on that. It's like, dude, I'm promoting everybody else's stuff all day, every day. Why come I can't have my name on something? And talk about that. Was there ever a moment that you were apprehensive about putting the family's name on it, or was that just a no-brainer? It's like, nah, this is us. This is the beginning of our legacy right here, right now.
You know what? At one time, I was thinking about putting my face on the thing. I wanted them to know it was a black man that was doing this. Yeah. You know? And I still have my certain pictures that I show to let them know. But within that, I wanted them to know the name, the family name. And that'll go farther. That can go into, they can find out what we look like or however later. But
that's powerful. And here's why I asked the question, man, because I did an interview with Michael Roberts, one of the Roberts brothers here in St. Louis, one of the richest black men in St. Louis. At one point, what was valued at over $1 billion. I think he's only several $100 million now, no longer $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
But I did an interview with him, and he said something very interesting to me. He said, man, somebody asked me if I was ego tripping because, you know, he's got hotels and all that kind of stuff with his name on it. And somebody asked him, was he ego tripping putting his name on everything?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You don't ask Mr. Marriott if he's ego tripping.
You sure don't.
Ask Mr. Hilton if he's ego tripping. So doggone.
That's one of my names I use, the Hiltons.
I love that you put your name on it, brother, because that's powerful. Because if about it, there's some names that we don't even realize that are names. I was in Firestone the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That's somebody's last name.
Yeah.
That's a Firestone. We think of Firestone as just this tire brand and all. No, somebody.
That's a person.
That's a person.
Yeah.
Right? So I can see Sam's 100 years from now just synonymous with fine hair care, and nobody even realizes it's a person. That's a person, man. So
yeah.
So this is my Brother's Keeper speaker series.
Yeah.
And I always try to help educate our people on simple processes and simple steps. Talk about, I know it was work, but at the same time, there were some simple things that you guys did to go down the road that ended with a finished product with your name on it, man. Talk about that process for us for a minute.
All right. Well, I went all the way back to the basics with it. I grabbed a product that I knew that was hot right now, that everybody liked. Mm-hmm. I turned it around and I read everything in the back. Mm-hmm. Where it was from, how the ingredients. I checked the ounces. I just started checking stuff. Then I went to the next product and the next product. Then I Googled and I said, man, what's the top 20 products in the world right now in the field that I want to start? Mm-hmm. I went down every single one. I looked at the back, looked at the companies that they used. I called all of their companies. Come to find out I was too small. Okay. But it gave me an idea though. So as I called every single company, they're telling me about their distribution, their manufacturing. I'm like, okay, I'm finding out about manufacturing, distribution, label placing, trademarking. And then from that point on, I got a number from one company that said, try this company out. So I called this company. I just started asking them questions. I wasn't even ready yet. Just started asking them questions like I was ready to make an order. Right. So they started telling me the process of getting a product made, getting it mass produced, picking out containers, barcoding, all the simple stuff to get it together. And basically, I realized, you know what? That's a lot. Mm-hmm. And I know that I'm going to need some help. And so I talked to my sister. And she works out of Hollywood. She's an esthetician, makeup artist, aromatherapist. And basically what she does is even though she does her makeup with the models and stuff, she also shows them how to correct their skin and to heal their skin while they're using the products that they're using. And so she gave me a little insight on natural products, ingredients, and the after effects of using certain things. Mm-hmm. And so she's telling me, well, you know, tea tree is a big thing right now. And right now, the wellness world is big. All essential oils and butters, healing. Tea tree is just really big with everything. And so that was the other side. I had the companies that I was looking at. And so from the right and the left, we just started working our way towards the middle. There you go. I had the knowledge of what should go in it. I started getting the knowledge of how it can be packaged, what companies could help take over later on with mass production. And I just started doing my homework, man. I started writing sketches. I started talking to different people. I started putting out flyers about what I do and what I'm trying to do. And one day, a local guy that does branding called me up and he said, man, I've been watching you and I've been seeing what you're doing. And I don't want to disrespect you, but what you got going on is a great thing, but it's kind of bootleg. Let me show you how to bring it to another level. Right. So I'm like, okay. And he said, this is what you call branding. From this point on, you need to make a decision on what, like you said, what is your label actually going to be? Is it going to be Sam's? Is it going to be your picture? What do you really want to do? Then we got into the actual logo making, proper placement, putting certain words that catch people's eye, let them know. So that's where the superior quality came from. To let them know this is a superior item. This is superior product. Right.
So, man, wait a minute. Let me just slow you down right there, brother. Because what I want people to get is the brother said, I have a vision of taking this to a whole nother level. Yet, I don't know the first clue to get me there. So it's as simple as saying, wait a minute, let me start with some people and some products that are already there. And you went and looked at their products, you looked at their ingredients. Every product has on it who manufactured it, who distributed it, and you just did your research, man. See, when you want something bad enough, you go get it, period. Nothing stops you. I always say that we don't have a ambition problem. We don't have a creativity problem. We have an execution problem. Nobody wants to execute on the ideas that they have. Dennis Kimbrough is famous, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough is famous for saying that every person gets about 4 ideas a year that will make them a multi-millionaire if they would just execute on those ideas. So you went through the process, and here's how God worked. Because you took one step, he started taking 2, 3, 4 steps. Because when you call these companies, they didn't have to give you the blueprint and the game plan to say that, hey, here's what you do, brother. Oh, we're too big for you. Bye. They said, no, we're too big for you. Call this other company that deals with smaller startups. And then that company, when you wasn't even ready to place an order, just gave you the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you did what a lot of people don't do. You didn't let that fall on deaf ears. You didn't say, dang, that's a lot. You talking about I got to learn about barcoding. You talking about I got to learn about branding, trademarking. You didn't say that. You said, wait a minute. I got a sister who's doing her own thing. Let me call her. And then you just kept moving forward. And as you were moving forward, the universe just kept placing people in your path to help you take the next step and the next step. So go on, after you kind of got your ingredients together, you kind of got your marketing together, then where did you go from there?
I wanted something different. I wanted something that nobody's thought of. I wanted something that could be an asset as well as just a good look. So I wanted my product to heal. Mm-hmm. And so I thought back to when I was a kid and they had that weird smelling sulfur 8. Yeah. And you had stuff with castor oil in it. And, you know, certain things. And I was like, you know, what can we do? What can we do? And that's when my sister, she jumped straight in and she was like, you know what? I got everything you need. And so she's a mad I call her the mad scientist. And so she's a mad scientist behind this. She started, she has her own lab she sets up at home. Mm-hmm. And she tested for about 3 or 4 months. And there was a few things I didn't like, but at the end of the day, we pretty much were looking for something that would stop an itch on your scalp, something that would stop flakes on your scalp. And then I'm like, well, if you're in the skin world, why can't we put these products? You know, a lot of people will get a pomade or a grease and they'll rub some of the product into their waves. And then they'll brush their hair in, and then they'll look at their hands and they'll wipe the rest of the excess all into the bath towel or wash it down the drain. Right. So, well, let's do a hair and body butter. And so the hair and body butter, basically you could style your hair, then you can turn around and instead of wanting to wipe or wash it off, rub it into your knuckles and your elbows and your arms and you know, so lo and behold, with her ingredients, we have a product that actually tames bacteria and inflammation. Wow. So we have people that are coming back and it's clearing their razor bumps in the back of their neck, under their throat, dark areas. Is taking the itching away. The women started stealing it from the men, warming this stuff up and using it as a hot oil treatment. They're rubbing it on their skin like Noxzema, getting a warm towel, and it's pulling all the impurities out of their skin and taking their makeup off as a makeup remover. Wow. So I just recently found out that I have a couple people that that are college players. They're athletes. They come straight in from the gym and stuff, and they're like, you know, it stops itch and it's antibacterial. Man, they put this stuff on their feet and it's taking away athletes' feet.
Wow. See, and that's the part that we don't get, man. And I talk about a lot is we go do things according to mainstream society.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff that mainstream society does is for them.
Yeah.
That's not for us.
Yeah.
That will not work for us, but we follow along because they have the media budgets, they have the advertising, they put their products in front of us all day, every day, the tough acting to acting and all of that.
Yeah.
Body chemistry and different body physiology. And they won't tell you this.
You said it.
That we're fundamentally different. They want us to believe that we are the same. No, they want us to believe that we are the same, so we assume that the same products that work for them will work for us. And wrong answer, right?
Yeah.
So now you've discovered that you've got some products that will not only take care of what you bought it for, but these are products that are universally applicable to just skin, period. Good hygiene, period. So what was that like when you discovered that, hey, man, this stuff is the truth, just period. It's not just the truth for hair. It's just the truth, right?
Yeah. Man, I love it, brother, man. I'm telling you, like, you said something that was very familiar to me. Somebody said to me, you know, what did you do? How did you think of this? And I'm like, man, I've been cutting hair forever. Mm-hmm. And over all these years and all these people, I finally found the common denominator to everybody's pH balance, to their scalp and their skin. I know what everybody's skin does. I know the before and after. I know I could tell if they've been scratching their scalp, if they if they don't nourish it enough. If they're taking too hot of showers and their skin is getting flaky. And so everything that I've learned over the years, just from dealing with people every day, is what gave me the answer to this. And it's crazy because it's everybody else that brought this to me. I wouldn't have known what to do without dealing with people on a daily basis.
Right.
And so it's just amazing that I was able to think that and tell my sister, and she could actually go in there and concoct something with her company, which her company's name is NRS Beauty and Wellness. And she basically works with essential oils and butters, and she makes products as well. Right. So that's my manufacturer. And it's just crazy because at the beginning, all I wanted it to do was just style and help with excessive dryness. And the other week, somebody had sunburn. I had a barber that works in my shop with me that had sunburn. And it's a lady, and she was like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared to put my skin is very sensitive. I don't know what to put on myself. I gave her a chip of my hair and body butter, probably the size of a fingernail. And she spread it. It bust down into a nice clear essential oil, and she spread it all over her face. She came in puffy and red. Within 20 minutes, her face had literally dropped. The puffiness had dropped. She said that the burning stopped. The tingling stopped.
Right.
And yeah.
So let me do this. Let me do this because this is going viral. Let me do this for you because you didn't do it for yourself. Hey, these products are not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease, right? You got to get your disclaimer out because you're talking about this miracle. So this product is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or heal any disease. Before you
it's an all-natural skin nourishment.
With your doctor or your physician or whatever, right? Get the disclaimer out there, man, because this stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
And some of us don't believe that we have it in us to do this, but I want to touch on something else that you said, because you could have very well been in competition with your sister. You could have very well said, "Oh, she's doing her thing over there. Let me go over here and get something done." But now you guys have come to collaborate, and now you're helping to grow her asset, which is her business, while you're creating your own asset, which is your business and your brand. And now you guys are, you know, the family legacy just added another layer to the foundation, man. That is amazing. How cool is it to work with your sister? I know siblings sometimes bump heads and all that stuff, but how cool
we do.
To be able to say that my manufacturer is my sister, who I have a respect for because I watched her in business. I watched her do this stuff, so there was no other place for me to turn when I needed help in this area but to her, right?
Yeah. Man, it's amazing. It's a real good feeling to be able to look over at your sister and to know that without everything that you've accomplished recently, you wouldn't have been able to do it without her. And she's my right hand. And sometimes she doesn't know it because we work so hard. But if she's watching this, I want her to know that I love her. And what she's done, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And in the future, she'll see. But I love her, and I want to thank her for what she did.
Yeah, because you could have, like I said, gone another route. You could have went the unnatural route, right?
Yeah.
Probably got some cheaper ingredients and some other stuff that's killing folks, right? Just in the name of stuff out there. But you said, you know what? If this thing is going to be all the way right, and I'm going to put the family's name on it, let's make it all the way right. And why not deal with family who is, because I'm sure that was an infusion into her business as well. And now you guys are walking hand in hand, man. That is amazing. So tell the folks, because give me a thumbs up. I don't want a thumbs up. I want a I will support. If you're going to go out and buy some of this brother's products, I want you to give me an I will support in the Facebook chat right now. And he's going to go back later and make sure that he follows up with you. Give me an I will support in the chat on Facebook right now. Tell everybody where they can go get the products from right now.
Yeah, you guys are interested in our products, you can go to www.matthewthemasterbarber.com. That's Matthew with 2 T's. And go to my product. It's a website that also has my bio. It'll let you know a little bit about what's going on right now on a daily basis. You can click to our links and stuff through the social media, but there's a product page on there. You click on that, you can get your beard serum, get your body butter. There's an extra $5 for shipping. I take all major credit cards, and it'll be shipped to you anywhere in America within 10 business days.
MatthewTheMasterBarber.com. You in the industry, brother. What's the thing with the beards, man? What brought the beards back for the brothers, man? What let's talk the beards.
The beard's always been a classy thing, and we always say in the barber and the fashion industry that everything wraps around eventually. So I think the beards kind of followed the pompadours and the comb overs that have came back. The classic gentleman's look. And that's one of the main reasons that made me want to get with serums. Everybody's with that classic gentleman's look. Everybody goes back to the old school beard, the contour beards, the different shapes and ways that they cut them in. It's becoming a statement now. And so now you see people come up and they're complimenting on beards and they're So
I think too, this is it has the potential to be scary, because one of the reasons that I went clean shaven is because of trying to assimilate into corporate America. And I think a lot of brothers are starting to understand the power of becoming independently wealthy, being more entrepreneurially minded. That means I can rock whatever the hell I want to rock.
Whatever you want to rock.
I don't need your approval to be great. And I think a lot of brothers are starting to come into their own and realize that this is who I am. and if you don't like it, go kick rocks.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So talk a little bit about the serum. What kind of success stories have you had for the serum? Because I see some brothers in that, and I think it's the Boondocks where I have to say no homo if I give a brother a compliment. But I see some brothers with some, they shiny, they gleamed up, they're combed out, they're looking really good like an afro on the face. I'm like, brothers, take care of that beard. So talk about some of the success stories that you get from the beard serum.
Okay, well, basically with the beard serum, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't silicone based and it had any type of alcohols in it. That's one thing that I've seen that a lot of products have had lately is silicone. And basically when people get their beard serums and they rub it through their hands, that's what gives you that real slick, little, slimy type feeling, but that's what gives them that super shine that they're looking for. But the silicone isn't the greatest thing to have in your product. So I made sure we didn't have any silicone in it. Everything was all natural. And with the concoction that my sister made, basically this beard serum, it stops itch. A lot of guys, once they start getting a little bit of length to their beard, you can go to sleep and wake up and your stuff smashed against your face. It's crunchy. You got all the little flyaways and stuff, and you can come into it with your pick and catch some naps, a couple little kinks here and there. So it's a detangler. It helps to detangle. So it softens and detangles. It gives it a natural shine without silicone, and then on top of it, the itching stops. We as black men, when we shave, we get a black razor line sometimes. Up under our neck, we get that leathery look every once in a while. It helps to keep your skin nourished and keeps your proper oils in there so you don't get dark. Also, it has a nice fresh citrus smell to it. And I guess with that and the tea tree, it has a nice neutral smell that the men like. So it's a nice smell. Some people don't like the smells of certain products. This one has a nice natural smell. I've never had anybody tell me they didn't like how it smelled. Everybody puts it on, and the first thing they say is,
I'm not gonna ask for your recipe, but you got any coconut oil in that thing, man? I'm a big fan of coconut oil, man.
You know, as a matter of fact, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but we actually have avocado oil in it as well.
Nice. Yes.
Something people don't really think about. We have avocado oil. Avocado is very good for your skin and your hair.
Yeah.
So yes, it is infused with coconut and avocado.
All right. Good deal. And see, and I don't grow mine. First of all, I'm one of those guys who it took me. I was 20 something before I started growing any facial hair. So my stuff ain't even connected yet. If I did, I'll probably be about 50 when I'm ready to finally be able to grow a beard. But you said it starts with the itching, because I can't stand the itching. When it starts to grow just a little bit, like, let me stuff off my face. So that's cool that it does that. So
you have the guys that walk around doing this.
Yeah.
You won't see that no more. Yeah, the itch.
I can't stand the itching, man, and that's good stuff, man. So the scents are good. All natural products, guys. You gotta love somebody who is so enthralled in their industry that they want to take it all the way to the top, man. So I read your bio and I noticed that you're making the move to start getting celebrity clients and start to see where you can make a splash in Hollywood, maybe get some celebrity endorsements and that kind of stuff, man. And I know it's coming, because you can't do anything great without great people finding out about it and then just shouting it out, man. You can't. Eventually, the celebrity endorsements are going to come. Kind of same way with the brothers over at Bevel. What's your take on the brothers over at Bevel, man?
I think that's a great product, man, actually. And the single blade, that is truth. That is the truth. That's Although all those blades stacked up, that's not good for black skin. Wow. So that one blade, that's the truth. And I think they're doing something good, and I support it all the way.
Good deal.
I support it all the way.
I know Gillette offered them a bill ticket for to
Is
try
that
to
right?
industry. 1 billion with a B.
Wow.
Now the company is not even worth that yet. But
Yeah.
here's what the competition knows.
Mm.
We don't stop these brothers early. We're gonna
Yeah.
all of our black market.
Yeah.
The company isn't worth. They tried to make them brothers an offer they can't refuse. But I brothers, because they said, you know what? If you're willing to give me $1 billion just to shut me up right now, I know I'm on to something that's probably worth $100 billion over the next 50 years.
Yeah.
So it takes some big cojones to turn down $1 billion offer, right?
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
I say that to say this. Know they coming, brother.
Yeah.
And be ready to turn down some big offers, because what you're able to do with your family's name will far more surpass anything that anybody else will do to protect and maintain the integrity of your family's name. But I know they're coming, brother. I know they're coming. Even if just to take it off the shelves because you're healing. Because you got to think about if you're healing people, now you're messing with the money of the real mafia, right? Which is the pharmaceutical cartels.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're healing people, you're messing with the real mob, man. You know how much money in dermatology and in those medicines that, man. So they so be prepared to turn down some big offers, man. Keep doing your thing. Tell them one more time, man, and any last words that you want to get, man. I thoroughly enjoyed this interview. Thanks again for coming on. So give them your last words, man.
My last words is you can do anything you set your mind to. Keep your faith in God. Never quit. Never give up. Work hard. And love your family. And, I just feel like everybody out there has really gave a lot of support. Sometimes I hear people rant and rave about family and friends, and sometimes I've got support from all areas. So I just want to thank everybody for everything, and all the future people that I meet and encounter with. It's been a humbling experience to talk to you today.
Thank you.
And I feel blessed, man, to be in this situation. And I feel like Puffy, man, just can't stop, won't stop.
You know? There you go. So for certain, man, it's been an honor and a privilege to have you on. My audience is really engaged on Facebook, so I'm looking at the live streams, man. Everybody is saying, bless you, continued success.
That's what's up.
Everybody's pulling for you, man. So, and then when I asked for the support, everybody, there was a bunch of people said they will support and go out and buy some products. I'm gonna go out and grab some products myself.
Yep.
This is amazing, because we've got to become producers and not just consumers, right?
Yeah.
And then when we see brothers out there producing, then we've got to support, because the more of us support, then that means the bigger you grow. Then that's a brother in position to potentially give my kids a job in 20 years. Who knows?
Yes, sir.
Right? That's the position that we have to start taking. And that's why I'm so glad that you were able to come on this morning and allow to share your story with my audience. We're going to keep pushing it out there, man, and keep letting people know that this is a wonderful product, a wonderful opportunity to partner. I don't know if my man Evan Jackson is on, but he loves to invest in private equity companies. So if you guys have those opportunities out there, that's kind of, what we talk about is building wealth. And that's one of the best ways to build wealth is to invest in a startup private equity company before they go public, even if that's on the radar, but, to help a company grow and that sort of thing, man. So again, much success to you. Stay on for me.
Shout out to my family.
Yes. You give your shout out.
I want to give a shout out to my sister, Natasha Sam. She's a manufacturer of our company. She's out of Hollywood right now, NRS Beauty and Wellness. I want to give a shout out to my mother, Donna Sam. She's in Bakersfield, California. She has her business, Miss Donna's Hair Salon, downtown Bakersfield. And I have my uncle, Ron Sam, in Riverside, California, off of Magnolia and Harupa. He has Cutting Up Barbershop. So we have Sam spread all over California, and we're hoping to visit you guys in any state.
There we go.
I'm ready to distribute.
So be on the lookout for the Sams. And we didn't even talk about that, but so that's another thing that Evan does is distribution deals. We have something that we're putting together called the Black Business Home Shopping Network.
Yeah.
We do Black products to introduce them to a wider audience. So we have to stay connected, my brother, and get that thing popping for you, man. We appreciate, again, you doing this for us, man, because there's not enough of us saying, hey, the hell with selling products to the world. Let me create something for us. And if it crosses over, fine, but that's not my intent. So many of us try to cross over first and serve us last, and sometimes we don't have the success. But you're serving us, and if it crosses over, so be it. But you're going to maintain the integrity and everything to keep us as your loyal customer base, and I appreciate that, man. So yes,
sir. I have a location. I have a location. They can come and get my product personally from me at Champion's Barbershop in the Westfield Palm Desert Mall.
Give them the address.
The address is 72840 Highway 111. It's the Westfield Palm Desert Mall. I got products right in hand for you guys to come and get them from me. Also at Lizzie's Barber Supply in Oceanside with Melton Jones.
Got you. So we're gonna I've got a couple barbershops here. Like I said, my buddy has been cutting my hair since we were in the 6th grade. Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what distribution actually looks like to bring Sam's products to St. Louis, man.
That's great, brother.
We're gonna work on that, man. We're gonna work on that, and
I appreciate that.
Work on that for sure. So appreciate you for coming on, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Stay on in the broadcast on Facebook. So you guys been listening to Learning from Matthew Sam, the master barber, master of hieroglyphics, and the brainchild behind Sam's superior quality products, all natural, scalp and body butters, beard serums, and everything that you need to keep your skin in perfect working order from head to toe. So appreciate you for coming on, my brother. I am H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. Until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.